Hello everybody. If you are graphing systems of equations on Khan Academy and you're feeling really good about it, and then you get to one of these questions and you get stuck, it's totally normal. It's because these equations are not in slope-intercept form. So I screenshot these equations and I put them right here, and I want to show you how we can change these equations to slope-intercept form. So let's take the equation negative 8x. I'm sorry, let's first look at the slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. What that means, or what that equation does, is it makes it obvious what the slope is. We know the slope is the m, the letter in front of the x, and then the b is the y-intercept. That's where we're going to begin on the y-axis. If the equation is not in that form, we cannot identify the slope or the y-intercept yet. So let's take this equation and put it into that form. That form has the y is by itself. Notice right here, the y right there is on one side of the equation all by itself, okay? So that's what I want to do, is try and get this y by itself. So I look on this side of the equal sign and I say, what's going on over there? Well, they have a negative 8x. I don't want that on that side of the equation. So what's the opposite of negative 8x? Positive 8x. So I'm going to add 8x to both sides. And what that does is it gets rid of the 8x on this side and it moves it to the other side. And when you move it to the other side, it becomes positive. So you're allowed to do anything you want to an equation as long as you do it to both sides. Okay, so now this leaves us with 4y equals, I cannot add 24 and 8x. They are not like terms. I could write it as 24 plus 8x. However, I'm going to write it as 8x plus 24. Do you see how that's already, this equation is already starting to kind of look like slope-intercept form? The only thing we need to do now is get that y by itself. The y is being multiplied by 4. The opposite of multiplying by 4 is dividing by 4. So we're going to divide all the terms by 4. And let's see what we get. 4y divided by 4 is simply y. 8x divided by 4 is 2x. And 24 divided by 4 is 6. So now when you go to graph that, you're going to start at 6 on the y-axis, and then your slope is 2, and you can turn that into a fraction and make it 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. So we can go over here, and let's put one dot at 6 on the y-axis, and then we'll go up 2 over 1. See how that line represents that equation. So negative 8x plus 4y equals 24 is the same equation as y equals 2x plus 4. These are the same equation, they just look a little different. Okay, so let's try negative 7x plus 7y equals 28. I want y by itself, so I think the first thing I'll do is add 7x to both sides. That's going to get rid of my 7x here. So that leaves me with 7y equals, I could write 28 plus 7x, but I'm going to keep it trying to look like the slope-intercept form, and that gives me 7x plus 28. The last step is to do the opposite of what they're doing to the y. They are multiplying by 7, therefore I am going to divide by 7, and you divide all the terms by 7. 7y divided by 7 is just y, or 1y, but we don't write that. And then 7x divided by 7 is just x, or 1x, but we don't write that. And then 28 divided by 7 is 4. So y equals x plus 4 is the same thing as this equation right here. It just looks a little different, okay? And what does that mean? We're going to begin at 4 on the y-axis, and then if there's no number in front of that x, it's an invisible 1, so our slope is 1 over 1. So we would go to 4 on the y-axis, because that's our y-intercept, and then our slope is up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. And I'm going to zoom in because when we're doing systems, remember systems are where the two lines cross. The solution to the system is where the two lines cross. So that is negative 2, positive 2. negative 2 for the y, and positive 2 for the x. All right, and let's see. And then a lot of them are already in slope-intercept form, so you guys should be able to do those on your own. Hope this helped.